LOP in the building. My life been a movie, I should've filmed it. Nicely with the pen game, Pops taught me the spit game. Get your cameras ready, we heavy catch when I'm in frame. Product, opinionated, but I'm coming through smooth with it. I be kicking back, you could Google it. Run a block to the booth, hear the truth, just another lane lock. I'm a Crown Heights legend, still repping the same block.
You are now listening to the Life of Produk Podcast.
Yeah, what up, man? It's your boy Produk. You're now locked into the Life of Produk Podcast. It's episode 55. Yo, listen, man. I hate to start the show in this type of energy, man, but before I start the show, I got to give a big RIP, big rest in peace to my cousin LaPaul, man. I actually took like I told you on the last episode, I took a small Facebook, Instagram, social media break. And I got a phone call yesterday that my cousin passed away a few days ago, man. We were right around the same age, man. I haven't seen my cousin since 2016, but we always kept in touch. Rest in peace to him, man. I really, blessings to him, blessings to his children, blessings to his immediate family. I really wish I could make it back up top to the funeral, but I can't. But I love you, family. May you rest in peace, man. May you be looking down and proud of your children as they grow up. No more pain. Like my cousin was having, some health problems and stuff like that. Getting that phone call kind of put a lot of things into perspective for me. Like I told y'all a while back, I am not a hands-on cousin, and that actually changed my outlook on it. And I plan on really putting my best foot forward. Your cousins are like your first best friends. You know what I'm saying? And to get a call that one of your cousins passed away, one of your best friends passed away, it hurts. It hurts a lot, man. So big rest in peace to my cousin LaPaul. Me and my cousin LaPaul, we had a dope studio session a few years ago, man, and we recorded a song way up in Deer Park in Long Island, a song called All Day. It was his song featuring me. And I'm forever grateful for him to have me come up there and put me on that. It was me and Damien, we trooped way up there on a foggy ass fucking Saturday. It was a foggy night on a Saturday, man. And we was in there with the homie Mike Checks. Mike Checks is a engineer from Long Island, really dope, man. And it's a great memory, man. I remember we actually performed that song a couple months later in another part of Long Island, man. So you know what? Big shout out, big rest in peace to my cousin, man. Boom, episode 55. Episode 55 is called Insomnia / I Fought Dracula. Dog. Woo! I know, yo. Look, to the people that know me, to like my close family and friends, y'all actually know this story. So I wasn't going to tell nobody this story because I didn't want y'all to think I'm wild. I didn't want y'all to think I'm crazy, man. But I'm going to tell y'all the story. First of all, I developed insomnia 2 years ago when my mother died. I never experienced insomnia a day in my life. And people used to tell me about it. And I never thought it was serious. I never thought it was a thing. I was like, insomnia? Nah. I was like, there's got to be a way for you to just naturally fall asleep. Yo, about 2-3 days after my mother passed away, I developed insomnia, dog. And it was like, yo, it was something. It was a scary experience because I would go days. I would be up for days. I felt like a zombie. I felt like I was on The Walking Dead. Like, Daryl was about to come out and bong me with an arrow on a crossbow. You know what I'm saying? So I had read somewhere people would turn on their TVs and that would be a way for them to fall asleep. It didn't work for me. That did not work for me. Whatever I was watching, I would become engulfed in like, oh, this is good. Let me go get a snack. But it didn't work for me. It was even affecting my work schedule. So at the time, I was working for an airline and I was afternoons. I was working 12 to like 8:30 at night. But a lot of us airline people, we don't leave when we're supposed to leave. So I was working 12 to 8:30 and I was picking up hours working till like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. So getting home 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning from work, yes, I'm wide awake. And I had to be right back at 12:30. It was affecting my work schedule and it was affecting my money. I was literally not getting tired until 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. So this was during the pandemic time when pandemic first hit. This was during COVID. And there was days we had a really nice swap out system and a lot of VTO was offered. VTO is voluntary time off. I lost a good amount of money during that first period of my insomnia because I was trying to adjust. And I was like, yo, there was days. I remember 1 week I VTO'd about 3 days back to back. And I was like, yo, I can't go to work. I can't be attentive operating equipment. And I'm drained and I'm tired and I've been up all these hours. So it really took a toll on the kid, man. And it was hard because I needed the extra bread. So I was staying. There was times I would leave my regular hour 8:30. Like, nah, I'm gonna get some sleep. Got home around 9:30 and I was up till like 9:30 the next morning, wide awake. And like literally right when I started getting ready, boom, bang, bang, that's when it would hit me. So I didn't really understand until, I remember my oldest son at one point, kind of having insomnia. It was like a thing he had like as a kid. And I used to be like, yo, go to bed. Stop tapping on the wall. He'd be like, I can't sleep. I get it now. And to him, I apologize. I'm very sorry. You know what I'm saying? I told him I'm sorry before. Until I actually really went through insomnia, I didn't get it. Did not get it all. So I was doing a little bit of reading on some stuff, and a lot of people was telling me, yo, you should start taking melatonin. And I was like, nah. So for a year straight, I was like, nah, I'm not rocking with it. And I literally, in 2020, I felt like I got no sleep. I felt like I was just up for a year straight. And I was afraid to take melatonin because I knew I'm well aware that it was a natural thing, but I'm a vitamin type of person. I'm not like a sleep aid type of person. So me, I was always working long hours and I would be tired. I'm a go to Starbucks, get a coffee type of dude, and I'm gonna rock out for a 16-hour shift. I was let me run to the bodega, go get me a coffee, you know what I'm saying, holla at Poppy, get back in the whip, bong, bong. I was a little, yo, let me go get a K-cup, throw it in my Keurig, bong, bong, I'm gonna be up. So the role reversal was weird for me. So my life was structured to be up. It was never structured to, I have to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So sleep is a luxury. Sleep is a luxury. After experiencing insomnia on a whole nother level, you know the worst thing about insomnia is not even just the you can't sleep and you're tired. It's the stuff you're thinking while you're up. It's the thoughts that run through your mind while you are wide awake. While you're wide awake and it's 2-3 o'clock in the morning and you start thinking about the stuff currently going on in your life and what's causing you to have insomnia, it's scary because you can't unthink it. You can't. Your brain doesn't come with an off switch. It don't come with an off button. Your brain don't got a remote. Ain't no Roku in your brain. You can't just switch the app from Netflix to Amazon Video. It don't work like that. It don't work like that, man. I wish it did. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Yo, listen. Boom. Side tab. The boy Elon Musk was on a podcast a while back. And Elon Musk is a genius, but he kind of scares me sometimes. I respect his genius, but he kind of scares me because they were working on a chip. He said, I believe it was Joe Rogan, he was working on a chip a while back that was going to activate a part of the brain for people. Like if you have a stroke or whatever, now you can move it. They were also working on something that was going to help you relive your memories in your head. I don't know if I want that because, you know, my life has been kind of hard off and on. It's been a little choppy. So imagine if you get this thing in your head and it's helping you relive these memories and something goes wrong as a glitch. You know what I mean? What if we run up the Android market? You get hacked. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's something that I would really want to have. I think it would be great for old people who have dementia. That would be wonderful for them. If an old person has dementia and they kind of do perfect that chip that can go in the brain and help you remember that, I think is great. I think it would be great for people of their loved ones that lost loved ones and stuff like that. But how great would it be? Because for me, when I was up having insomnia and I was thinking about all of this stuff, that my mother passing away, the recent drama in my life, it was hard to really replay these memories in my head, but it wasn't hard. It was hard to replay it because it was hurting thinking about it. But it was easy because I couldn't get it off my brain. It was like a vinyl record, like a DJ was like, bring it back. You know what I'm saying? Reggae DJ. We select that, you run it back. Like, fam, I don't want to think about this no more. Let me sleep. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't realize how serious insomnia was. So having different conversations with people, and they were like, yo, you should try melatonin and stuff like that. I didn't want to mess with it. After I was afraid to take melatonin, and I know it's like a natural thing. We naturally have it, I believe, like in our minds and stuff like that. But it was something that was scaring me. I had never taken it before. I had never really experienced the effects of it. And different people were talking to me, telling me about the different effects that they have with melatonin. Some people were saying it made them hallucinate. Some people were saying that they took it and it didn't work. Like one of my things was, damn, what if I take it and it does nothing for me? Is what I was thinking about. Because that was my last straw. That was my last chance at getting back a normal sleep schedule. And another thing, I didn't want to get hooked on it. So even though it's not like a drug or anything like that, I've never been the type of person to take, I'm not a weed smoker. I don't pop pills. I don't do stuff like that. So for me, I'm a vitamin type of person. I'll take like ibuprofen or Tylenol if I got a headache. You know what I'm saying? I've never been like the recreational type, like, yo, I'm gonna get this high real quick. You know, and no disrespect to nobody who's doing that. You know what I'm saying? What you got to do, what you got to do to get you past the times. I'm not encouraging drug use at all, but it just wasn't my style, son. Like it just wasn't something I rock with. But I had made the decision to do it, and I'm glad I made the decision but it's been a trip. Yo, if anybody that takes melatonin knows, yo, all the people I've spoken to that take melatonin, we all said the same shit. Yo, melatonin is a trip. It will take you on a roller coaster ride. And I'm a big dude. A 3 milligram is not going to work for me. It got to, I started building up a tolerance for it. I had to take a 10 milligram. Then I would have to take a 10 milligram followed by 3 milligram. So I was reading you could take up to 20 milligrams and everything be all right. So I'm at 13 right now. I'm praying that my tolerance stays where it's at. And then I don't like it. Boom, it's the boy Product, Life of Produk Podcast. I'm going to come back with the second half of the show. Remember, this is called Insomnia / I Fought Dracula. I'm going to tell you the crazy part of the show, the crazy part of the story when I come back. Shouts out to Anchor FM, baby. We'll be right back. Bong, bong. Yeah, what up, man? It's the boy Product. We're now back with the Life of Produk Podcast. It's episode 55, man. Yo, real talk, a lot of y'all know I'm in North Carolina now. And I was uptown Charlotte last night, man. Uptown Charlotte is pretty dope. They got streets that actually look like Manhattan. I kind of felt like I was back home. They had some event going on last night, so traffic was crazy. I mean, I'm sitting at one light for 5-10 minutes crazy. That's how crazy it was. But it was lit out there last night, man. Somebody told me, I think Charlotte is getting a soccer team now. I'm not exactly. I didn't follow up on that, so don't quote me on that. I think Duke played Carolina over the weekend. I don't know where the game was at. But yo, it was pretty lit in the city last night, man. Shouts out to Charlotte, man. The people was out there. And what I loved about the environment last night, uptown Charlotte, there was a plethora of people and they were all from different races. And I'm stressing that right now because that is what we need right now. We need to get past a lot of things right now, no matter how I feel towards stuff, no matter how y'all feel towards stuff. It's great to see people in one city come together and enjoy themselves, no matter what race, what color, what nationality, what creed, what sexuality. The people was out there, and the city was really, really lit last night. The weather was nice. It wasn't cold. It wasn't hot. It was perfect, man. You know what I'm saying? So, shouts out to Charlotte, man. This is my second time living in North Carolina, and it's what's up. You know what I mean? I get homesick every day, so I am not denouncing my Brooklyn card. I'm going to keep my Brooklyn accent. I'm still going to rock Yankee hats and Nets hats. That's not changing. You know what I mean? Shouts out to Charlotte, but you will not see me in the Hornets hat. You won't see me in the Carolina Panthers hat. It ain't happening, fam. If I go to a Panthers game, I'm probably gonna wear a Jets or Giants hat. It is what it is. I might be an a-hole and pop up with a Bills hat. It is what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not changing, brother. But yo, boom, bang, back to the dream. So I was doing a little reading on because melatonin is a trip, fam. It's a trip. It's a trip. Look, for anybody. People have told me that they had like crazy trips off of pills, off of weed. If y'all are having these type of trips while you're awake, and the trips that melatonin will give you while you are asleep, that's crazy to me, dog. So I was reading something and it says it's a hormone of the tryptophan, something like that class. And it's found in animals, plants, fungi, and bacteria. In animals, it functions as a hormone that anticipates the daily onset of darkness. So that makes sense with a lot of stuff. Plus, I was also reading that it's a psychedelic, or it has psychedelic properties in it. Yo, man, melatonin will have your boy feeling like he's having wild out of body experiences. Also, I've taken melatonin and had dreams like it was a movie. Like it was some wild 4K type shit going on. So this is my Dracula story. I fought Dracula in my dream one time off of a wild melatonin trip. So it started with me being in North Carolina. So I jump on the highway and I go back up north. So apparently in the dream, Dracula had taken over New York. He took over or whatever. People were driven outside of New York and they had to go to New Jersey and to take refuge. There was a resistance building and people wanted to fight Dracula. And apparently I was like the go-to guy that was supposed to lead everybody to go fight Dracula. I'm on the highway. I'm on 95, blowing up 95. I'm cutting through Virginia. I'm cutting through DC. And I'm just like, yo, Dracula's mine. I'm like, this shit is weird. But in the dream, it wasn't first person. I'm looking at myself while it's happening. It was like some movie shit. So boom, get off the highway. Now, I told you I lived in Jersey for 4 years. I lived in East Orange or whatever. Yo, shouts out to EO, man. I got a deep, deep love for East Orange. Shouts out to EO. I went to a bodega on William Street. Now, for people that know the Oranges, they know where William Street is at. I went to a bodega on William Street, right? William and North Money. I walk up in there, right? And I'm like, yo, everybody listen up. So they're like, yo, product is here, product is here. I go to the dude behind the counter and I say, yo, Poppy, give me the map. So apparently the dude that owned the bodega had like a blueprint or a map of how to get to Dracula's castle. Dracula's castle, yeah. Dracula's castle was apparently way up in Long Island in Suffolk County. Yeah, I can't make this up, dog. I can't make this up. Like, and I'm in the back of my mind, I'm like, why is it not in Nassau County? Why is this up in Suffolk County? Why is it on the quote unquote Suffolk County side? You know what I'm saying? So, boom. I say, yo, Poppy, give me the map. And he's like, no, Poppy, no. I say, give me the fucking map. And I start throwing boxes of rice, and I start like, if y'all know what a bodega look like, you know how the aisles is. I'm like, I'm knocking over boxes of cereal. I'm throwing boxes of rice and Roni and Uncle Ben's at him. I'm jumping on the counter. Give me the map. And I grab him by the collar, and I have him on the counter. I'm like, you give me the map right now. I'm going to give you that Dracula work. He gives me the map because Poppy knew what's up. Even though it's a dream. Play even the dream world, baby. So it's me and like 4 or 5 other people. I'm parked. My car is outside, but I don't get in my car. They in like, yo, we had like a real wild resistance. These dudes had Chargers or whatever. Yo, I don't know why they had Dodge Chargers, but they had Dodge Chargers. I'm talking Hellcats, the whole 9. We had weapons. I'm talking swords, guns, everything. Like we was ready for war. Like we was really gripped up in this dream. And it's crazy. Now, people that live in Jersey, people that know the New Jersey, New York area, there are multiple ways to cross over into New York. You got the Belt Park. You could cut through Staten Island, Verrazano to the Belt. You can take the Holland Tunnel. You could take the Lincoln Tunnel. You could cut through like the upper side of Jersey, and you can take the George Washington. Like if you come through like Palisades or something like that, you know what I'm saying? So the first thing we do is we get in the car. Which way we gonna take? We looking at the map, and they like, yo, the GWB is cut off. We can't take that way. And the other dude was like, yo, we could take the Verrazano to the Belt, but the water's right there. What if we get stuck by the water and such and such get? I'm like, what's the such and such? I'm like, yo, this is wild. So I was like, yo, I got another one. We gonna cut through the Holland Tunnel. And I'm like, yo, who got toll money? I'm like, yo, who got toll money? And the dude was like, nah, the tolls is cut down. We just going straight through. Why would I, of all questions, we're fighting a superhuman being who walks nocturnally and drinks blood. And the first question is, who got toll money? Yo, I can't make this shit up. The melatonin did it. The melatonin had me tripping. It was a wild freaking trip. I don't know how much. I think I popped a 10 milligram that night and a 13 milligram. I remember that. So I was wild. Yo, who got toll money? They was like, nah, don't worry about the toll. So we cut through the Holland Tunnel. We driving up Canal Street, blasting trap music like we about to go get son. So dude pulls up to me. He's like, yo, product, we gonna drive locally. Boom, let's take the Manhattan Bridge. I'm like, all right, boom, I'm gonna cut down Fulton, bust another right, bust a left on Atlantic. We're gonna take that all the way to the Conduit. We're gonna take the Conduit to the Belt, bust on the Southern State. We was really about that. Dog, we're passing JFK Airport, which I worked at JFK Airport for 10 years. Something like that. We had JFK Airport. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. The dream was so vivid. The Belt Parkway was full of potholes, which it is in real life because y'all never gonna fix it. It was full of potholes. You know what I'm saying? We on the Belt Parkway. We get up there, right? We finally get way up the Suffolk County. Dracula, we pulled up to water. I don't know if I've ever been that far where I've seen water up in. Maybe I have. We pull up to water, and Dracula's castle is sitting on a water bank or whatever. Dracula had like some type of monster goons or whatever. They all come out. We start blasting them, letting it off, hitting them up. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, it's not full daylight, but it's kind of turning dark. So maybe he didn't fry from the sun. I don't know. It was a dream. It ain't real life. You know what I'm saying? It was a fucking dream. So whatever the monsters was, we start letting off. I got the resistance dudes with me. They park behind there. What's the name? They're throwing like wooden stake type swords and stuff like that at us. We blocking it with the car doors. Bomb, giving them. I'm like, Dracula's mine. Mind you, remember I told you I didn't jump in my car. They jumped in Chargers. I had a fucking tank. I had a real army tank. It was like melatonin meets GTA Life of Produk Podcast edition. It was wild. Boom. I jump out. You know how the tanks have like the little hats you stick your head out. I'm like, yo, Dracula, come here, come get this work. Dog, Dracula walks to the ledge of where he was at, and I can't make this shit up. I wish I could make this up. He was like, blah, get the fuck out of here. Yo. And I said, oh, word, that's how you feel. Blah, blah, blah. Start blasting shots out the cannon. And he's like, oh, blah, blah. And I'm hitting Dracula's castle, and he's falling. I said, nah, I'm going to kill him. So I jump back, pull the hatch down, jump back in the tank, and I start riding on the side of the water bank where it's like half water, half rocks. I'm ramming the tank into Dracula's castle, catch Dracula, and give him that work. So what I'm saying is melatonin has been great to help me sleep, but it's been a wild trip, and I am enjoying every moment of this shit because my dreams is wild, dog. Listen, these melatonin dreams I'm having, I see why y'all get hooked on drugs, which I never will do. But fam, it's been a wild trip. Don't judge me after my dream. I pray y'all don't be like, yo, product is crazy. It ain't me. It's the melatonin. I am a perfectly sober Black man that lives life. I work out, but these melatonin dreams is something else, dog. That is my Dracula episode 55 Insomnia story. Rest in peace to my cousin LaPaul. Shouts out to the city of Charlotte that was lit last night. I'm out, baby. Shouts out to Anchor FM. I love y'all. Peace.
You are now listening to the Life of Produk Podcast.